Hello, I'm Dr. Chakrageous. This is going to be your reading for Scorpio, just a brief one. Then I'm going to go into Sagittarius. So there you have it. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio? Knight of Wands. We're going to take that. Knight of Wands. it's kind of the energy. You want to accomplish something. And you have to accomplish it without forgetting your previous accomplishments. Amen. And let me take these out. You want to remember your previous accomplishments and also not be afraid to take on new endeavors. You want to go about it being a leader. Six of Cups, emotional balance, having you have just enough. Yes, the Fool and the Ace of Wands with the Six of Swords. So don't deplete yourself. Keep everything in keep everything in a balanced fashion by creating that atmosphere that suits you. It doesn't have to adhere to what you thought you'd grow into or what what you deemed as adult activity. All right. So having the opportunity to hash it out and go, well, it's time to accomplish new goals. And I'm not going to let anything stand in the way of that. So it's having to look at your interests and those that support your interests. And you've gone about it this way before. It's just that having that presentation factor, you presented it, as if others were going to understand just how serious accomplishing such a goal is and was and is always going to be. So it only took place that way for you to strengthen your work ethic. All right. And also you have to have an open mind that God's approval isn't going to look like the form of man's approval, human approval. All right? Not every vessel is going to apply to you. So God is not going to put you anywhere that you can't be a vessel to others and others can't be a vessel to you. You have such a gift that it gives God great joy to not see God's loved one left out because being in that being in that season of acquisition, but not material acquisition, is just overall what is the big scheme of things for your life. Exactly mm, What makes you feel safe? Who makes you feel safe? All right, let me see. Five of Pentacles. You might have those that are all right with who you were when you didn't even prefer who you had to stay then. So make sure that the not the end result, but the new result is without an end. Begin every day in prayer. End every day in prayer. Don't let the love of God go anywhere from you. Don't stray away from your strength. The Hermit and the Sun card. All right? God has you being blessed with something that once you get it, you're going to be somebody that it requires them to go within and to keep it and protect it. It requires you to stay within. So valuing being an indoor person as opposed to being so accessible to old endeavors. Let's say that. Old endeavors. Amen. Congratulations. So don't fear, don't fear the new you because it's different. It's not that you're having your venom dumped out. It's like getting an oil change on your emotion. So you're having your venom dumped out where at this time you don't want anyone to take any strikes or taunts towards you because you mean no one any harm at all. And that's good. That's very great. Because when you lead with the wisdom, amen, the wisdom of God, when you lead with the virtuosity of God, you can get that consistency from yourself. And therefore, when you have self-consistency within, then you are a vast alcove of love. You know, it's a great feeling. Four of Swords, protection, protection, protect your mind. This is the time to walk away from worldly things. And don't think you can't do it. All right? Don't think you can't do it. Um, Personal testimony, I really don't do too many personals. But I've been tobacco free for 2.5 years. Or any kind of alcohol free for 2.5 years. And I'm gonna keep going. But point being is it's just a journey of pure sobriety. These are, don't you follow me? I don't know how to open this thing. I don't want to pop it and it freaking hits me in the face. But I got it where, oh shit. I mean, forgive me, Lord. No hypocrisy. But anyway, you pop it, right? And all this just flies out. So yeah, I'm going to say that that's how I'm going to use that because it served its purpose. Just like, congratulations. And as you're having the various parts of you pulled out, and that's pretty good. Maybe you're detoxing and your greatness is being called to the forefront. And you have to continue to show what you're made of, your contents, amen. So you don't want to have supposed to have been a gift and allow the world to empty you out of your own true individuality, you know? So protect who you are, who you're becoming, and learn from who you've been. Because even then, you're doing your best. People are doing the best they can. So you want to keep that part of that chakra unblocked. And yeah, Seven of Wands. It's this person seeing their higher self, their greater self, their evolved self. And that doesn't mean go look at pictures and down yourself for who you used to maturely be. It's just that you're going to see the you that you didn't know you can envision. So you let no one take away from your sight. And sometimes we can have our sights set on something that it's not that we're not supposed to have it. It's just that what we have is a part of our just enough for now. And when you have it's presently good enough, then you're able to be a gift and everything is a present, you know. Like these, I have on these heels. And if somebody walks in and gives me another pair of these same heels, I'm going to be freaking grateful. Are you kidding me? Grateful. Because it's all about being a part or thought of. It isn't about the aesthetics, although that's a personal journey of first impression of who the person. It's like a business card, but visually 3D or dimensional. But yeah, I was going to say the word couple, no crap. And right then, the Lover's card came out and the Knight of Swords. How do you do it? How have you been? Great, I pray. I've seen better days, but knowing that it takes strength to know strength, it proves that the communication realm is so precious, very precious, to the point where you can communicate with an enlightened being and you can tell that even if you were in the same room praying, God would have made that your prayer partner. So you can tell just by the person knowing that you possibly had to conquer something. And it's just about the empathy and the protection of the sympathetic. It's not about getting on the nerves. It's all about having that connection. You might have made a connection that apart it is kind of all right to admit that it's unnerving to be separated in time. Although when you stand the test of time, because this is the Lover's card, this bow and arrow is pointed towards the beautiful, also beautiful moon. And don't play with the moon because the moon has so much to shed light on that the use of light from the moon, the use of light from the moon isn't an appropriate mission. The moon uses itself to take care of itself in the light. It uses the light to take care of itself and just simply say it exists as a light force, life force, energy. Congratulations. Final messages for the sign. of Scorpio. I have a different reading on the YouTube. I mean, no, on the Instagram that I started, kind of making it available because I didn't know if I was going to keep it or not. Um, so yeah, I am slowly but surely. So there's a altruism. I'm doing altruism reads of just being of that as your nature. Other word for it is selflessness. But doing those readings to make sure that the anatomy of the person is kept within themselves, not too far from um, who they're supposed to be. All right. So you have the King of Cups. Yeah, King of Cups. When you have new goals, when you have new goals, you're able to you're able to have new social improvements and care for yourself better. All right. You might have different goals that you want to reach, and I think you should go for them seriously. And think, as a water sign, I know my Chiron's in Cancer, but the Scorpios, I should say, have the fight or flight nature naturally, and it comes off as venom. They're always spewing fight or flight. And the water sign, unfamiliarity of the way the current is moving can create an unnervingness. So while Mercury is in a retrograde, go ahead and utilize the calmness of such flowing energy. And I don't want to say flowing. What do we call this? Just calmness is what we'll call it. Call it calmness and utilize it in the way that makes you not so prepared for problems. Be prepared with the solution, and it has to be a peaceful solution. Anything outside of peace is not going to work. So you have to have a perspective of peace at all times. All right? Namaste. Love and light. Scorpio.